Do you know what I admire most about progressives in sports and entertainment? It's their commitment to social justice, their unwavering desire to be the voice of the silenced and the most vulnerable among us. Except that's all nonsense. They're not into any of that stuff. I'm going to tell you all about their hypocrisy. Now, a few days ago, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences finally voted to expel Harvey Weinstein. It's only the second time in history this has ever happened. First time was back in 2004 when they expelled a guy named Carmine Caridi for sharing screeners, those advanced copies of films given to Academy members for Oscar consideration. Apparently, Caridi gave one to someone who wasn't authorized to have one. The Academy then went on to issue a very strongly worded statement against Weinstein. They said, quote, "We do so," meaning kick him out, "not simply to separate ourselves from someone who does not merit the respect of his colleagues, but also to send a message that the era of willful ignorance and shameful complicity in sexually predatory behavior and workplace harassment in our industry is over." Now, I wish I could believe the Academy. It's a good statement. I wish I could believe them, but I can't, because they never issued a similar statement on Roman Polanski, a notorious pedophile. The guy got an Oscar in 2003. They're still calling him a genius, celebrating his filmmaking. He's getting Lifetime Achievement Awards in Europe, and the Academy remains silent. Guess who else is also a member of the Academy, confirmed by The Hollywood Reporter last week? Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is accused of sexually abusing or raping over 60 women. Still an Academy member. Now, all of the Hollywood freaks came out of the woodwork for this one. Woody Allen, talk about irony. Woody Allen came out in defense of Harvey Weinstein. Woody Allen said, quote, "The whole Harvey Weinstein thing is very sad for everybody involved." No, Woody. It's sad for the victims. Weinstein is getting everything he deserves. Woody Allen went on to say, predictably, "You also don't want it to lead to a witch hunt atmosphere." Well, of course, a guy like Woody Allen doesn't want further investigation. The guy took off with his teenage stepdaughter, and I'm guessing he was probably inappropriate with her before she was of age. In 1993, his 7-year-old stepdaughter, Dylan Farrow, accused him of sexually molesting her. As recently as 2014, Dylan Farrow, then in her late 20s, wrote an open letter to the New York Times that read, quote, "That torment was made worse by Hollywood. All but a precious few, my heroes, turned a blind eye." Well, guess who one of those who turned a blind eye was? Yep, Harvey Weinstein. In 1994, when Woody Allen was a pariah, when no one would go near the guy because of the sexual abuse allegations against children, and taken off with his teenage daughter, Harvey Weinstein threw him a lifeline. Weinstein helped him rebuild his reputation and his career. So, of course, Woody Allen is coming out in defense of the guy. Weinstein didn't care about the potential abuse of children. He cared about movies and money, because sexually predatory behavior is all in a day's work to a guy like Harvey Weinstein. He's terrible. Radical leftist Oliver Stone came out in defense of Weinstein. Stone said, "It's not easy what he's going through either." Give me a break, Ollie. It's not easy what the victims are going through. Weinstein did this to himself. Right after Oliver Stone said that, former Playboy playmate Carrie Stevens jumped on Twitter. She wrote, quote, "Two of a kind, exclamation point. When I heard about Harvey, the first person I thought of was Oliver Stone, and it figures." End quote. Stevens accused Stone of groping her at a party. See, Weinstein was the rule in Hollywood. He wasn't the exception. There are a lot of guys like him. They all turned a blind eye, as did the Academy for decades. Their statement is no more than cover your ass PR. Ben Affleck claims he knew nothing about Harvey Weinstein. His mentor, the guy who gave him his career. I'm sorry, I don't believe Ben Affleck. His statement reads in part, "I am saddened and angry that a man who I worked with used his position of power to intimidate, sexually harass, and manipulate many women over decades." Just don't believe that Affleck didn't know. He was part of that Hollywood circle. Actress Rose McGowan, who used to be Affleck's good friend, doesn't believe him either. She tweeted, "Ben Affleck, F off." She then attributed a quote to Affleck, claiming that Affleck told her after a press conference she was forced to attend in defense of Weinstein years back, that Affleck said, quote, "God damn it, I told him to stop doing that," in reference to Weinstein abusing women. McGowan then went on to tweet to Ben Affleck, "You lie." McGowan also accused Weinstein's former attorney, Lisa Bloom, of trying to pay her off to remain silent or jump onto Team Weinstein and defend him. McGowan refused. Now, Twitter, the bastion of social justice and women's rights, defended McGowan, right? Nope. They suspended her account until she deleted the tweets. It is simply ridiculous. I had my own run-ins with Lisa Bloom. She used to shut my mic off when she stood in. Lisa and I were panelists on the Dr. Drew show together for about 2 years, and she guest hosted a few times. And when I would refute the points of social justice warriors she'd bring on, when I'd blow them out of the water, she would turn my mic off. She was finally admonished by producers and told never to do it again. So Lisa Bloom has a history of silencing people. I was one of them. I can tell you this firsthand. Of course, the Clintons are also in this mess. The Clinton Foundation is refusing to return donations given to them by Harvey Weinstein. And talk about tone deaf. Chelsea Clinton jumps on Twitter and tweets, "Some perspective. Not worried about my mom's broken toe." That's in reference to Hillary Clinton missing a bunch of European news interviews, claiming she fell and hurt her foot, broke her toe, whatever. Chelsea goes on to say, "I am worried about people in Puerto Rico not having clean water, food, or power." Now, Chelsea often engages with me on Twitter, responds to me, so I tweeted at Chelsea Clinton. "Okay, Chelsea Clinton, so give Puerto Rico every dime that Harvey Weinstein gave your family foundation instead of keeping the money." Well, in this case, Chelsea didn't respond to me because there is no response. The Clintons will never give up money once they have their talons on it. They should give Harvey Weinstein's donation back, but they never will. They're far too greedy. Again, just hypocritical leftists. Business as usual. But perhaps the most egregious display this week came from the New Orleans Saints of the NFL. This was the worst of the worst when it comes to social justice warrior phony grandstanding. The Saints, so wrapped up in their elite little bubble, so worried about themselves and their 15 minutes of media attention as left-wing warriors, when a moment of silence came, took a knee. Only they weren't listening to the announcer. And when they took that knee, they weren't protesting America. They wound up taking a knee and protesting a tribute and moment of silence to slain New Orleans police officer Marcus McNeil, who was killed a few days prior in the line of duty protecting their city, their families, and them. Police officer McNeil was a young black man. He left behind a wife and 2 young children. He's an American hero. The New Orleans Saints embarrassed themselves. Shame on them. Shame on their coach, Sean Payton, and shame on their quarterback, Drew Brees. Terrible, terrible move by the Saints. They should be called out and embarrassed for it. If you like this content, if you find it as important as I do, because I do love bringing it to you, please subscribe to our premium service at www.therebel.media/shows. I'm John Cardillo. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching.